Yay! It's working. We are live.
Are we there? Let me see.
We are. Well, that's what it's saying. So, hello to everybody. And if you are watching this, that probably means you're seeing the replay. So, please put hashtag replay in the comments so that we can see you and so that Facebook knows you like this content. So,
I'm not seeing me on Tater Bugging yet. Let's see.
it's giving me a check mark. So, hey, Josie. Cindy's here,
Hey,
so she must
Josie.
be. You must be on because Cindy's here.
Here I am.
Cindy.
I
Hi,
found it.
Vicky. Awesome. Jermaine. Okay. Woohoo. You guys, we're so excited.
I'm gonna bust.
Lindy and I schemed up a little plan, and we each sent each other something from our websites that we sell. And so we are here today to make one of the projects, and then tomorrow we're going to be right back here to make the other one. So I'm so
It's
excited.
exciting.
It is. It's really exciting. So I'm just pulling this up on my.
Hey, Sheila. Hey, Jermaine, Judy, Jerry. Oh, I'm so happy y'all are here. This is going to be a fun one, y'all.
It's going to be so much fun. So I'm just going to take 2 seconds. I am Jane Bellante, for those of you who do not know me on the Tater Buggin' page, and you can find me at Jane Bellante Art. And this girl, let's see, which way is it on my thing? That girl right there is, who are you?
I am Lindy Tate with Tater Buggin', and I'm so excited to be here.
This is going to be so excited. This is going to be so fun.
So I thought this was just the greatest idea. Jane has some really cool ideas, I'll tell you. And I'm down for all of them.
I just realized I totally forgot to send out my text message. So I'm just going to do it right now. And I'm going to go, I'm live right now with Lindy.
Hurry on over.
Oh my goodness. You got to get here.
Hey, Betty.
Okay. Oops. I try to be better with that. I really do. So let me take these off. Janice is here. Lindy's fun top. Ooh, Lindy has that. You do have a fun top.
Who watches Yellowstone? Let me see the Yellowstone fans. When I saw this offered, I thought I can't resist that. So, hey, Steph.
Okay, is that Steph from the Vintage Pebble? I'm just learning everybody's names. So I'm like, hi, Vintage Pebble. Like, I feel terrible.
I'm still working on it, too. I did that to Kathy at Farmhouse Glitter yesterday. I was like, oh, Drew,
I know your name. I know. It's just terrible. Yeah, Josie does love Yellowstone. She does.
Yeah, we watched the first episode the last 2 nights. We had to break it up. So.
Yeah, we just watched it, too. It was good. It was good.
Oh, I just got Jane's text. Okay.
Stephanie says, I do the same thing. So
it's Live Brain.
And then Live Brain with headache is.
That's the worst combination.
I mean,
that's when you just can't get words. Yeah.
The words. So Lindy sent me something that we are going to use tomorrow. So you're going to have to tune back in tomorrow at 4. And then I told her to go to my website at janebelanteart.com and pick something. And so show them what you picked.
Well, this is going to shock all of you. This will shock all of you. It's tarnished parts decoupage paper. Let me just open it and show it to you, because I seriously had not opened this until today. I play by the rules. I had an idea, but look, there are watch parts. It's got the grungy metal look. This was so me. And I opened it up, y'all, and I have never felt decoupage paper like this before. This is awesome. I had to send Jane a message, and I said, is this fabric? What is this?
It's like fabric.
It's amazing. She said, oh, you're going to love it. It's so easy to work with, and so I'm extra excited now.
It is super easy to work with, and it's made by Redesign. I know a lot of people on my page already know all about this, right? But It's made by Redesign, and it's really meshy. It's thick and meshy. It's way thicker than a rice paper. So, but the great thing is it doesn't really wrinkle, and we all know how, really thin items do, like napkins and regular tissue, and even like the 30-pound tissue that Roy Cycled sells, it still wrinkles, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't. So
This feels like I could sew a pillow out of it. It's so sturdy.
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. Hi, Shannon and Nancy. Gary called me yesterday and told me he's been thinking about the finale already for Yellowstone, Josie. That's so
Oh
funny.
my goodness. Yeah, Stephanie said, "Oh, I'm going to order. I've used Redesign before. I put it on dresser drawers."
Yes, for sure. And so, for those of you who don't really know me that well, I've been a mixed media artist for 30 years, but for the last like 12, I've been painting furniture, and I've been making furniture art. And I had a couple of stores. And last year, I was just burned out, and I'm like, I'm done with this. I want to go back all to mixed media. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I did. And this whole year has been kind of a year where I'm, up in the air, just trying to figure everything out. And I feel like I've got my path now. So it's good. It's good.
I'm having trouble.
Yep, I see that you're frozen. Jana says she loves mixed media. You know what, Leah? I didn't put it on YouTube because we're already doing two. Home with a bad back, but it means I'm here for your live. Lindy, if you need to go out and come back in, you can. Give that a shot. She's frozen. Ooh, I can't wait to see it, Stephanie. Awesome. Hi, Kay. You'll say hello over here too. Well, thank you, Cindy. Anyways, poor Miss Lindy is frozen. I want to message her and tell her to go out and come back in. Okay, she got kicked off waiting to come back. Okay. Well, I'll let her in when she comes back. So I couldn't remember what paper I sent her. I thought I sent her one called Lost in Time. So I used this. And this is what I'm going to make today, except I'm going to use the proper paper. I'm going to use the tarnished parts. But I am starting to give out printables every Friday in my newsletter. And so this Friday, you can get the printable of this girl, and then the Savor the Sweet Moments sheet. If you go to my website, JaneBellanteArt.com, you'll get a little pop-up that says, do you want some free printables? So you'll get a free printable. And then each Friday, I'm sending out the printable, and I'm giving a link to all of the tutorials where I use the printable so you can actually use them, right? Which makes it really fun. So hi, Deanna. Oh, Lindy's back. Hooray. Yay.
What happened there? I'm back. I wanted to say I did choose Lost in Time to begin with, but it happened to be out of stock at that time.
She did, yeah. So and of course, that's all my brain registered. So anyways, I'm going to make this tutorial. And then, Lindy, what are you going to do?
Let me show you.
I'm excited to know.
I went shopping in my shed out back, where I have all of these great old cabinet doors that I've collected.
Oh, that's really cool.
And so I want to incorporate these amazing old hinges. I usually leave those on. I tend to paint these, but this time I want to turn it this way, have it hanging this way, and see what I can do with it.
Cool. I had a friend, she took over this big farm property, and the guy said, all right, you can take it over, but you got to take it over as is. And they had all these barns that were like collapsed, but they had the coolest, and they looked just like that, but they were like bigger. I can't even show you. I don't have a screen.
Yeah, this is one of my small ones.
Yeah. And I got like hundreds of them. I used to use them in my store for classes, and I actually just gave them all the way to my friend Jen Dunn. I know some people know who she is. she came and got them all, and she opened a store near me, and I'm like, take them. I'm like, I can't
Have
open
'em.
them anymore, you know.
I save these. I get old cabinet doors and old windows. So I was playing around out there to see exactly what I wanted to use. But barns that are falling down. That's where we got all of our old barn wood, because they just want it cleared off their land. So we got some 100-year-old barnwood for me to paint on, and it's a lot of hard work to take it away, but hey,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. And like the ones that she gave me were literally covered in like
Oh, I don't know about that.
and like, you know, oh yeah. It was I was deep in it.
Oh, so I feel like, thank y'all for welcoming me back. I am back now. We're going to get started. I did go ahead and try painting the edges of mine with Folk Art Patina. Y'all know I love this color.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I'm going to see, because there's some of that pretty color in this paper. So we're going to try to, I don't even want to call this paper. It's too nice.
I know.
It's like fabric. Now for this, I have, and I got this from Jane's shop as well, the decoupage gel from Redesign. This stuff is amazing, y'all. So
it's absolutely essential for if you're putting on a thicker paper like this. Mod Podge is going to frustrate you beyond all frustration. You need to get a thicker medium. Yeah. So,
okay. Now, Jane, I'm thinking I will probably start at, well, I think I want to do a little bit at a time. Would you suggest that rather than just coating this whole cabinet door and putting it right down? What would you suggest?
I usually coat the whole thing, and then I have to add more. So you just
okay, that's what I'll do then.
Feels good for you.
Okay.
I'm just kind of cutting a piece out really poorly, I might add. I don't have a lot of room up here. I've got entirely too many things on my desk.
So do I. Don't we all? I had to clear a big enough space for this cabinet door, but that's about it. Everything else is full. So, hey, Jerry.
Oh my goodness, Dazine. See, that is my headache brain. Dina here by Designs by Dina.
Oh, is she here? Hey, Dina.
Yeah. Oh. Lindy, your shirt set you up. I don't get it. Your shirt set you up.
What's that?
You're a newbie here. Ruth, welcome. So Lindy and I have just all kinds of fun stuff going on right now. We have a really, really exciting class collaboration bundle going on with my friend Gina Luker that I do my podcast with, Royce from Royce Cycled, me and Lindy, and Lisa Ahmad and Joni Sullivan from Weathered Wings. I know a lot of you know her. We just have the most exciting class bundle going on. Oh, mine's empty. Tell them all about it while I go find some.
Okay. Yes. Did y'all see the post from yesterday? I was telling Jane before we went live, when I got the graphics that she did, I thought, wow, look at me being all special with these big names. But I'm so excited to get to collaborate with them on this new course that starts in January. And if you go ahead and take advantage of the pre-sale, you can get in for $29. And that's 6 courses, that's 6 classes over a 6-week period. So you really can't beat that price.
Yeah, and it's all mixed media classes. So that's my jam. I know that is Lindy's jam. So
I'm excited.
I'm trying to be really fancy and get the link right now. So
okay.
Well, because if I put the link in here, it'll be on both pages.
Good. That's great.
You're just fancy.
Yeah, she knows how to do all the things, and I'm just gonna try to learn by osmosis of hanging out with her.
Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I did it. I think I did it. I
Oh,
can hardly even see what I'm doing either. So,
yeah, it's far away.
Cindy, you have the really big link. Cindy's got the really, really long
Oh,
link.
so
Yeah.
not
So
the
I
pretty
will put
link.
this in. Yep. Here's the pretty one. It'll post on both pages.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm so excited about it. Royce has been my buddy for years. I actually started using her decoupage paper before she was a company. She had it on Zazzle, and she gave me an affiliate link way back when.
Wow.
And yep, and then, holy cow, this is gonna be messy. And then now she's like, she's big time. She's big time.
Yeah. She's a superstar.
She is a superstar. Oh, this is so messy. Let me tell you that the one thing I don't like about this decoupage gel is that there's no tab to pull this thing off, and so you do get a little messy right when
Yeah.
you're.
Okay. All I'm doing now is I'm going to try to take this X-Acto knife and cut around those hinges. We'll see. This paper, I have trouble calling it paper because it just feels so different. But wow, this is, let me see if I can feel this. I just didn't know another way other than putting it down and cutting around it, these hinges, because I did want to leave them. I want that to be an element.
Ruth is saying, where do we sign up for the class? I just put a link in the comments below. And then there is a Facebook group. So make sure if you've signed up and you haven't gotten the email, look in your junk mail. Because there's an email inviting you to the Facebook group. All the teachers are in there already, and we want to know who you are. So come and introduce yourself and join the party.
Yes. And I know several of my followers said they have already signed up. Yeah. And I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, it's so fun.
There's just lots of fun in store. Okay.
So I just had a piece of wood. I didn't even say what I was putting mine on. I had a different project on here and I didn't like it, so I just stashed it away. And so today I just painted over it with gesso. Now all of a sudden I have a new surface again.
Ta-da!
See how fast that sticks? I mean, literally, I put the stuff down, I put the paper on, it just grips right to that decoupage.
It's amazing. Yes. I'm fun. Dolly says I've got Jane on all sides. I sure do. Isn't it cool, Dolly? Hey, Kathy.
She's in a Jane sandwich right now.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday, Kathy. Oh, this is super cool. We're really fancy today. I'm just saying.
I'm feeling fancy. I really am. And we're going to get fancy tomorrow too and do this all over again with Mr. T is actually in the shop right now getting mine built.
Nice. Oh my gosh. So I get to go to Lindy's website as well. And that is, say what your website is again. I always forget.
It's taterbuggin.myshopify.com. And
myshopify.com.
Yeah, you can look in unfinished wood kits for all of, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for some of my classes, I've got art classes and I have extras. You'll find all kinds of stuff in there. My husband cooks. It's on Thursday nights now. He'll be, he's got something real special planned for tomorrow evening.
So excited about that. Yeah.
That'll be fun. He's got 2 volumes of his cookbook out that's available as a digital download.
Wow.
Yeah, so poke around if you're unfamiliar with our site. Poke around and see what you think. Okay, this is the tedious part, but y'all, if I can get through this part, we're golden. There it is.
Off my edges. What is that? What you're doing now? What are you doing?
I am trying to cut out around my pretty old vintage hinges.
Oh, yeah.
I want those to show. And this is, I couldn't do this with like a tissue paper, I don't believe. It's just, it would tear too easily. This is just working out beautifully.
Yeah, these are really easy to work with. It's taking me a long time to get this off because this is a super, super worn. I'm like, yeah, Lindy, it's easily sandable if you use a fine Canadian grit. And this is like so worn and like ready to be thrown out. I'm like, well, that's what I'm going to use. So proof they can run with anything, right?
Okay. When I get this one out and I can't, there we go. Okay, now let me get this. Oh yeah, that works beautifully.
Jody says you gals are so much fun. Well, we knew this was going to be fun, so we were excited. I'm just going to take the rest of the gel from my brush and put it on top of this.
Yeah.
And because I am actually about to put some paint on top of this, and I don't want it to sink into the paper, so I'm just using the gel as sort of a top coat, and I had a lot left on my brush, so
perfect. Y'all, if you're unfamiliar with Jane's YouTube channel, you need to check that out too, especially if you love mixed media like I do, and I know a lot of my followers do love mixed media. She does all the cool things. Let me get that off my screen. This morning I watched her video on she did another encaustics video. Do y'all know about encaustics? Oh my goodness, I want to try it so bad.
And so that's on the Stencil Girl page.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's not on mine, but I'm happy to put a link in because it is fun.
Yeah, she's on the Stencil Girl team too, so she does all the things, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm kind of obsessed. I love art supplies, and I love making stuff, and I love to teach, so it works out, I guess.
It's all perfect, yeah. Okay, now I'm probably being more careful than I should be or need to be, but I'll cry if I don't do it, if I don't make this work. Can y'all kind of see what I'm doing down here? Let me move it back a little bit.
Diana from Australia is here. She is saying hello.
Mary Lou, it's your first time here. Welcome. This is you're here on a great day because this isn't exactly how it usually looks. I'm getting to do some fun stuff with my friend Jane Bellante. So I'm glad you're here. And all my people will welcome you, I'm sure. They're also wonderful. And hey, Lynn, I saw you come in too. All right.
All right, so I have my paper on, and I'm just going to hold this up because this is kind of what I'm making. It's just different paper, right? So I'm going to cut this little lady out. Remember, if you go to my website, janebelanteart.com, you'll get a little pop-up window, and it asks if you want to sign up for my email to get free downloads. And each week I will have downloads with tutorials on how to use them too. And so this is one of them. You will get this download on Friday. Ooh, that's looking really cool.
I love that you're doing free downloads with your tutorials so that we can go along with you.
Isn't that fun?
Yes, that's a great idea. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
Okay, I have another. This is my water jar right now. And I'm showing you because I'm bad. I'm really bad. I want to use water to cut her out, and I can't even get it into the water jar. Terrible. That is terrible. So I'm sure y'all have seen this, but if not, I'm just going around her with water. Okay, I need something else to cut her out. So then she's got a really pretty edge around her. And I know a lot of you use water pens. Josie, close your ears. I can't find mine. Close your ears, Josie. Sweet Pixie has a really, really great set. There's all different tips. You get 6 different brushes, and it's wonderful, and I can't find them.
Oh, no.
Well, I moved. I had one store that was 3,000 square feet, and then I moved that into a 750 square foot space. So it was like everything was kind of everywhere. And then I closed that store that was 750 square feet and it all came home. And so there's stuff everywhere. It's
Woo.
probably on Frankenbench.
Oh yeah, I love when you talk about Frankenbench.
Frankenbench in the garage.
I was watching you every Saturday morning. She's live like this with her friend Jill, and from Ups to Daisies, and they were talking about Frankenbench last Saturday. Like, yeah, I've heard about him.
Real goofy when we were together on Frankenbench because we would burn each other accidentally and like, give me my scissors. She took my scissors. Like it was just obnoxious. Totally obnoxious. But we have fun. So
Oh, I'm sure y'all did and do every Saturday morning.
Right. Yeah.
And you do this same type of thing too, where you both have the same basic supplies, right? And you're create. Huh?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, so she's all cut out. She's got a real pretty edge on her now. My hands are a little sticky. A little bit. Let me just make this a little bit better. So,
like this.
Come on here. But I need to tone down this, right? This is like, wow, in your face. So if I'm putting stuff on top of it, it's all going to compete, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, my husband's home. He called me. He's like, and I had planned on having him make dinner tonight. And he called me. He's like, well, Jason, his boss, wants to take me out to dinner with another guy. And I'm like, of course he does. And then we're going to make dinner. I'm like, great.
So it's cereal for Jane and I, right?
Like, okay, no, that's fine. So I'm going to use a really messed up chip brush. I would not dare do this to any of my Paint Pixie brushes. This is $1.89. I'm okay messing with it. And it's just real ratty. So I don't know if you can even see. Let me move this over a little bit. I have some magical chalk paint in Cream Puff. Paint Pixie magical chalk paint. If you haven't tried it, it's great. It's really great.
Absolutely. It sure is.
Lindsay has a link in her link tree. I didn't bring my link today. I'd rather Lindy get the sales.
Oh, you're sweet.
So I have a pile of paint and it's probably entirely too much paint, but I'm really offloading it and I'm smashing my bristles when I do. And I don't want to have a lot on because I want to have the ability to build. I don't want to just go on and have way too much paint on it and then be like,
Right.
So I'm going to go on and I'm just going to kind of mute this out a little bit. It's probably going to make a lot of noise. I'll try to hold this edge down. You don't need a lot of knocking noises.
A lot of banging in their ears.
Not today, anyway. Are you still working on your little hinges?
I have officially, right here, finished the last hinge. And now what I think I want to do is cut along those ridges in the cabinet door, and so we can see those, because I think that'll be interesting, and maybe darken in there. It may or may not work. I don't know.
We're just winging it.
We are winging it. That's what I do. They know that's what I do. I have a general idea of what I'm going to do, and then it kind of builds from there and see what happens.
Ruth is saying, do we have to download and print our own projects? So if you sign up for my email list, you will get a link to download and print the printable. And then I will give you a link to the tutorials. Like, for example, on Friday, I'm going to show you how to make this necklace, which I'm sure you can't super see, but I'm going to show you how to make this necklace and this little shelf sitter from one piece of vintage children's book paper. And you'll get that as a download as well. So
that's fun.
That's going to be my YouTube on Friday. I'll show you the necklace. Maybe I'll hold it up so you can see what it is. But it's so cute. It's all about bluebirds. And if you
they're my favorite. You're kidding me.
Well, now I know who I'm sending this necklace to.
Oh, do you know my bluebird story, Jane?
No, I don't.
We had a really freak snowstorm in Memphis a year ago, last February. Am I right, y'all? The ones who know. And I sit in here working with all the windows, and I've got bird feeders out there all over the place. Well, we had tons of bluebirds coming. Well, all kinds of birds. And I was determined we couldn't get out. We had 9 inches of snow. We're not prepared for that here in Memphis.
Yeah.
And
That here.
no, that's just not okay. It was weird. And the little birds were not prepared.
Cool.
So they were just looking for food wherever they could find it. They were trying to stay warm. And I was watching outside one day while I was in here working, and there was this little bluebird. We had little houses all up along the edge of the storage building. And they were all huddling in one. And one little guy could not get up there, and he kept falling to the ground.
Aww.
And I bundled up. I put on a big coat, big boots and everything, and I trudged through the backyard. And I went to help it. You know, I took my gloves and tried to pick it up and let it fly. He couldn't get any lift. He was so cold. And then he didn't want to get off my hand. So I cupped my hands around him, and I brought him in the studio with me and put him in my jacket. I have pictures.
I can't believe he let you do that.
He was that desperate. He was that desperate. And I have videos and pictures of me holding the bluebird. It was like the most amazing thing. I went and found a bird cage that we had. I fixed it all up so he could stay in here and get warm during the night. I put him food and water in there.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. You're like the bluebird whisperer.
Well, I thought I was, but by the next morning, the little guy had not made it, and it crushed me. But so all my followers know I am, bluebirds are it for me. I buy mealworms all the time, and we had 3 broods of bluebirds last summer out in our backyard in our house. So they just kept coming back and having more babies. So
how fun. I'm trying to take this off so I can show you up close what it looks like. Apparently I can't get it off myself. There we go.
I'm just working this. All
right, so I'm showing it in the camera. Can you see it, Lindy?
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh,
there's a little tree. So that's what I'm showing you how to make on Friday, but now I'm sending this to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. I will cherish it. I love it.
I love it.
That's so great. I can't wait to see the tutorial too.
Super easy. Super duper easy. So now I'm just going to put a coat of Meltdown on top of this. This is also from Paint Pixie. It is one of their top coats, and it has a wax-like finish. So what I love about it is I love to use wax, but you can't use it when you're layering. Wax is a resist, right? So if you try to put anything on top of it, it's not gonna stay. It might stay for the time being, but so the Meltdown gives it that finish, but it's still a really nice, strong top coat. So
to answer my question, I was going to ask you about Meltdown and what that was.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And the Paint Pixie paint will reactivate with anything wet on top of it. So that's another reason why I'm putting the top coat down, because whatever I go and do next, I'm not going to reactivate the paint and get it all squishy.
Right? Gotcha.
Squishy and messy.
Okay. Let me.
Somebody asked where my email was. If you go to my website, janebelanteart.com, I'm going to be real fancy here. Just a minute. Let me just be really, really fancy. Look at that. Oh, janebelanteart.com. You'll get a pop-up when you're on there, and it'll ask you if you want to sign up. And so every Friday I send a newsletter out. That's where the printables will be, with a link to the tutorial videos.
Let's take a peek so far. Oh,
love it.
Okay, now obviously this white is just not going to work. So I'm going to pull out metallic, which I did not pull out ahead of time, so excuse me. Um, I think we're gonna do our worn penny that I love so much.
Ooh.
Let's try that.
All right, I'm just going to ink her edges a little bit. I know it's out already. And I'm going to use Rusty Hinge because it is a perfect match for this paper. Oh, my little applicator keeps falling off of this thing.
Mary Lou, if you've always been wanting to try mixed media, do it. I say do it, and now is a great time. And I don't know if you were here when we were talking about the course that starts in January, 6-week course in mixed media projects. You can check the Taterbuggin page or Jane Bellante's page, and you can sign up now and at a discounted rate for it. And that would be a great introduction into mixed media, don't you think, Jane?
I do. There's 6 different teachers, 6 different projects, and I just posted the link again. It's only $29 right now. The price is going up by $10. So I would suggest getting it now if you can. But even so, $39 is a ridiculous price for 6 classes too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with teachers, and there's some amazing teachers. So I would definitely get in on it if you can, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a Facebook group for it that's going already right now. It's a private group. You can only go in if you've signed up for the class, and all the teachers are in there already. So we want to get to know you, and then you'll get a class supply list about a week before the class actually launches, which is on Sunday, January 1st. And then every Sunday for 6 weeks, or 5 weeks after that, I should say, you'll get a new tutorial. And you'll be able to ask questions in the Facebook group. You'll be able to post your projects in there. So
it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. I'm so excited.
Dolly, it's funny you say that, because I was thinking last night with the timing of it, it would be great to put on your Christmas wish list. Somebody that loves you could give that to you for Christmas. Just a thought.
Ooh,
if anybody, you've got anybody that says, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Send me a list of the things you might want. There you go. Yeah. Forgot I had those on. Okay, now that's not where I'm going to stop. But you see that takes that white out of there. I'm going to put one more coat of the worn penny on the hinges, and then I think I'll wax them to really bring out that it's not solid there. There's a texture to those. And so I'm going to hit it with the heat gun real quick.
So Stacy's saying, does it cost to learn the jewelry? No, all the tutorials that I give you with the printables are free. So that'll be on my YouTube channel on Friday.
Judy, you had the same idea that I had. Yep, it's a Christmas gift. So the timing really is pretty awesome. If that's something that you'd like to do, somebody can give you that for Christmas. Yeah, Regina says she loves that little girl. That's so cute.
I know, I love her too. She's so adorable. So I just put decoupage medium on her, and I'm putting it on the top of her as well. I'm going to want a cohesive sheen to this whole thing. So just building and building. All right. What time is it? We got time. Thanks for the start.
I thought I was going to do this so fast, and I got out another little project just in case I went too fast, because I've done that the past 2 lives, but I've been being a little too careful, I guess.
Josie says, amazing, Lindy. Stacy says, is your shirt from Yellowstone? Yes. Kate loves the dog.
I love Yellowstone, but I got it from fairy season, and I've got a link in my link tree. It's pinned to the top of the Taterbuggin page with a discount code for you for 15% off if you'd like to order. So that link will take you directly to every piece that I got in this order. So you'll see this shirt right away. You won't have to go hunting for it.
Awesome. There's my. So you'll also get this, and it just has Savor the Sweet Moments in a bunch of different sizes. So you can kind of choose what size you're piece is going to be, and then you can choose which size font you want to use. I kind of want to know where I'm putting this. So on this one, it had a really good place already just to put the bird, right? He's standing right on top of this, which was already here.
Perfect.
So yeah. So on this one,
It's
I'm
challenging
thinking,
you.
yep, I'm thinking around here, and the bird might have to be bigger, but let me see.
So Regina says, how do we get the printables again, please?
So go to my website, janebelanteart.com. I'll be really fancy and even put it up for you, so you can write it down if you want to. And then you'll get a pop-up. You'll get a pop-up right on the website if you sit there for 5 seconds or so, and just it's enter in, and then I'll send them out every single Friday with tutorial links.
Jane, do you want to put your link up for your VIP text?
Oh, good idea, Lindy. Good idea, Lindy.
Every now and then I have one.
Good thing you're with you today. Yes, I do actually. So I send a text out before I go live all the time, but what's really fun is I like to play games in there. So generally it's can you go do this for me, and I will pick some people to win some stuff. So today I actually I played a little game in there, and 5 people are winning. So you're too late for that game, but I promise I'll play more. And a lot of times I give out paint pixie brushes, like good brushes. The last good brush I gave out was a $32 brush.
Wow.
So
okay.
Good. They're good prizes, right? Because you're
Very
my
good.
VIPs. You're my VIPs. So if you text me the word hello at that phone number, you can get in.
There you go.
That's what I do. What happens when I try to do more than one thing at the same time.
Gwen, that's so funny you say that. I said the same thing. Everybody was talking about Yellowstone. And I said, I don't do Kevin Costner. I'm not a fan. Never have been. I don't know why. Well, we started watching it like 2 or 3 years after everybody had talked about it so much. And we finally said, well, let's try it. And by about the 3rd episode, I looked at my husband and said, well, dadgummit. Now Kevin Costner made me love him. How did that happen? And I do. So you might want to give him a chance, Gwen. It's pretty funny. And if you could be a train station kind of day, they're all ranch hands and stuff. He owns a big ranch. And their enemies, they'll just take them to the train station. You never see them again. So that's what the train station is. The train station
is the side of a cliff.
Yes, exactly.
With all of their belongings.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now this is where it gets really fun. Whew. Okay, now let me show you how the second coat looks on those hinges.
Ooh, yeah. That's
so still kind of shiny. It blends in a little bit better. There are my edges with that patina on it, and it's still a little too pristine as well. So we're going to do a few things on mine and then grunge it up, I think. We're going to try.
Grunge it. So I'm using a fiber paste. You can get this. My friend Lori sends us this. This is great fiber paste. You just need a teeny tiny little bit. I'm using an 1-inch long flat spatula to apply it. And I'm going to pull it off. This stencil is from Stencil Girl. If you go to stencilgirl.com, you will get lost there for hours because they have so many amazing stencils. But if you order them, will you tell them that I sent you? That would be amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just say Jane sent me. Jane Bellante sent me.
Yeah, I did that. I went down that rabbit hole, and it was so much fun. I'm still there. I think I still have the tab up in my browser.
Could I use copy of old photos of my
pieces
or postcards? Yep. You can use whatever you want. That's the beauty. That is the beauty.
I think I'm gonna start with that. And
Josie said Kevin Costner does a great job.
He does. He really does. I will say this, y'all, just so you know ahead of time, if you didn't know, it's a lot of language. You just got to kind of get the, deal with that.
Just ignore it, right?
Just ignore the language. And hey, Gail, where is it from? What's what? Well, where's what from? Dolly, what did I miss? Were you talking about these that I was showing, or was it what Jane was talking about? I just wanted these. Y'all know when I do the like papers and mixed media, I like to bring it out a little bit, make it a little more 3D. So I thought these went really, really well with the paper.
What are they?
These are actually, they're from Amazon. My friend Debbie Robertson from Crafting and Grace
so cute.
gave me a whole bunch of these gears and these charms. And where's this one?
That's amazing.
So it really looks like it was supposed to go with this cool paper.
Those are so cool. When I look in my iPad, I can see them closer.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one's really cool. The circle one is awesome. They all are really cool.
And I have to get one more thing. I should have been prepared.
That's okay. There's two of us here, so it's all right. There's no dead silence, right?
Now my followers know all about Uncle Walter, and it's my uncle who has a watch repair shop. His dad started it in 1934, and my uncle is retiring this month, the end of this month, and I got all of these great old watch parts from him. So I thought I would maybe see if a couple of these would work on here. Well, I don't have any room on my table.
I know. I can't. I'm currently missing one of my distress inks that I had sitting out for me to use.
Oh, no.
Where did you go?
It's tiny.
Yep. It's got to be underneath one of these piles.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I have a big one. I'll just get the big one.
So, yeah, Becky, you love doing mixed media too. Oh, thanks, Linda. This is so much fun. I could do this all day long, Just play with all the goodies.
Josie said, I wish I could be like Beth when people are ugly towards me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There are times, boy, that's a tough woman. And she is so opposite her real life persona.
She has a lot of stuff happen to her.
Doesn't she? She sure does.
That girl's got a mouth on her.
Woo, yes. She's the one. And it's so funny because the actress in real life, she's British, very soft-spoken. And they said she never curses. Nothing. You would never hear her utter a foul word. But as Beth,
yeah, it comes all out on the show. Okay.
This paper that we started out with, Dolly, is the one that I picked out in Jane's shop. It's from Redesign, and you can find it at Jane Bellante Art on her site.
So I have a shop button, and then there's two categories. One says art products, or one says art supplies, and then the next one says more art supplies. So the first one is the link to, it'll take you to my shop. I'm just using a little antique linen distress ink to make this paper kind of a little bit darker to go with the girl and the kitty. And the one that says more art supplies is actually my Amazon shop, where a lot of the things that I don't sell, that's where those live. So you can see favorite products that I love for mixed media, the art journal that I love, all kinds of stuff.
Y'all need to check out, Jane also makes her own junk journals, and they're amazing. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Y'all know how much I love those. And yeah, Linda, this background will come from Jane's shop.
So I'm just cutting these out. You guys can put your words on however you want them to go on. I like them to be a little bit uneven. And then I'm going to ink them all with the same ink I put over here, which was the rusty hinge, so I can really kind of make everything super cohesive. I can't believe it's already 4:49, Lindy.
I know darkness has fallen here. I'm so, it's
really
so
dark.
strange for it to be dark when I'm live because, well, this time of year,
Yeah.
But
I'm not usually live at this time, but I kind of like it. I'm usually live at like 7 at night, but this is not a bad time.
I turned into a toad about 7. So
I'm about 8:30ish, and that's my toad time. Like I'm done.
this time change this time really, really got me. Now I stay up later, obviously, in the summer, but still not very late. But this time change, woo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm almost through with this part, and then we are going to get some of that wax out and see if we can make it grungy. Now, this is one, I didn't hold this one up. This is one of my uncle's watch faces that was in my goodie box. So I'm going to put this on here. So
That's
it's got
awesome.
and I'm just using little B7000 on one side of these pieces, and then a little hot glue on the other, so that I'll get an instant hold from it, but a strong, long-lasting hold from the B7000. These are not heavy pieces, though, so they should stay on here fairly well.
So I'm really messing with my words here because I'm looking for balance. And also this part down here has a pretty big white space, right? And while it's not white, it's still called a white space. So it needs something to kind of fill that up. So I mess with these and I think it's pretty good. So we have like a triangular balance here, right? And the eye really likes that. It helps it move around the page. It's not going to get stuck anywhere. So that's why I kind of really messed with those for a minute. And then I'm just going to ink the edges like I did the girl.
Gosh, that looks so good, Jane. I love that.
Thank you. This thing is really falling apart. I'm just going to use the pad. It's got a staple in it that keeps it going. That's really bothering me. Hang on.
I'm just going to pull out my bare dark antique wax from Home Depot.
You got to get some Paint Pixie.
I know. I've got to get some from Paint Pixie. If I had it on hand, that's what I would be using right now. I'm going to do this first, and then we're going to see about a little more texture. Let me hold this up and show you what this looks like with my pieces on it. I think they'll stay now. Okay, I have to back up so far. You may not be able to see them. I don't know if you can see.
Ooh, yeah, that's really awesome. I love that.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
That's going to have to be one that you keep for sure.
Yeah, the shipping on this would kill somebody. It's so heavy, but I'll probably want to keep this one anyway. This is kind of my jam. Sounds like shenanigans have started around here.
Shenanigans.
Yes, they start to play. It gets close to supper time, and Bo and Sarge just have to start playing. And of course, they've got to do that in here while I'm live. So,
well, yeah. I shut the door because my cat would be up on top of this all the time. She likes to, oh, you talking to me? I'm going to come up. Like,
yeah.
No.
Let me help. Okay,
the
so
dog,
this
the dog doesn't come in here, but sorry.
This is the side I just added wax to. And this is the side I haven't. So you can see there's a little more sheen here. I wanted to knock that down on the hinges. And I think that makes them blend in with the paper better.
Definitely. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to color the bird too, but I might not be able to do it live because it's still wet. I used the fiber paste on it. It's raised, and if you can see on this one, I actually went back in with some distress inks and colored it right over when it was dry, just right over that paste with some ink. So that's what I'm going to do. Or you can paint it, but you got to wait for it to dry. Otherwise, you can just smear this paste all over the place.
Oh, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Don't you love when that happens?
I love when that happens. So here I wish I could get a decent camera angle. I think my light's too bright. I just wanted to grunge up these edges as well. So I'm just going along. Let me see if I can make this happen. Focus. It still looks white in the camera, but I promise it looks dirty. It's like old patina, which is what I wanted right here on the edges, just to tie it all in together.
I am just going to use my Yoo-Hoo. This is a really amazing glue stick, and put these words on, and then I'm done.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I say I'm done, but I'll probably ink around the edges a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. That looks good and grungy.
Good and grungy. I love that.
Good and grungy. Yeah, they know I can't stick with one style. I do all the, some things may be really vanilla and girly or something, and then other times I'm gonna grunge things up. So I like to do it all.
Me too.
When it gets to be about this time of day, my nose starts to itch. So there's that.
Yeah, I
yes,
don't.
Gwen, I'll still be on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're both gonna be on tomorrow. It's so
yes. We are tomorrow. Y'all need to come back because Jane and I are going to do this again with one of Mr. T's wood kits, and we have not talked to each other about what we're doing with them.
Nope.
So it's going to be interesting to see what So this gives you ideas of all different ways you can use all of these products or pieces.
Yeah. And these papers are only $8.99 and they're 19.5 by 30. So you can get a ton of projects out of them, or you can get one giant project out of it.
This is a huge project for me for what I usually do. And I still have a lot of that paper left over. That's still going to make 2 or 3 more projects for me. So that's a great deal.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's so awesome, but you do have to have a thick medium, I'm telling you. And you don't have to get the medium off my website. You can go to any hobby store. You just have to go to the fine art section, and it's called soft gel. So, yeah.
But it's so easy when you just go to her store and order it and it shows up at your house.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Okay. The only other idea I had for mine is that I thought I might pull out some of this autumn gold rub and buff. And just hit some of the spots on this that are that color. It may or may not work. I don't know. I'm just going to give it a try.
I am using my baby archival black soot distress ink pad, and I'm just kind of going around the edges just to give this a little frame. And that just kind of helps draw the eye in, which is what we want. So this bird will not stay white. I have to try first. The bird looks really funny right now. And maybe I can dry it real quick with my dryer. It keeps getting stuck. What is it getting stuck on? Well, let's see if I can still use it. Hey, Denise. Denise is here, our friend from Oklahoma City.
Hey, Denise.
The best Cruella de Vil ever.
Yes. Oh, that was awesome costume.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'm just getting this. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that might have worked. I might be able to do it now. Since we have 2 minutes or so.
Is that all we've got left?
Not that we have it doesn't have to be right on the
Well,
dot.
that's true.
But yeah. But I think that people's eyes start hazing over after about an hour.
Yeah, I think that's enough to ask of anybody. And I have some of her transfers from her online shop that I'll be doing on another live for sure. I've already got it all picked out.
Ooh,
at least fun. One of them. That's going to make a lot of projects.
Yeah, there's a lot of sheets in that one.
Okay, now let me just show you what I just did here, and we're gonna call it done. So, can you see some of the places that I actually added a little bit of rub and buff?
Ooh, yeah, that's great.
So it just kind of brings it to life. So that's me. Just hold it back here where y'all can see the whole thing. I'll show you something else I pondered. I thought about doing when I was going to do the door this way. This is the way, obviously, that the door would have been. And I happen to have this in my stash because I just saw it at Hobby Lobby one day and loved it. But look at this wonderful knob.
Oh, that is awesome.
It is so heavy.
Yeah.
And so, I thought, oh, that might work there. But then I thought, no, I'm holding out. I think I would have to kind of, the green is not quite, it competes with the patina color.
A little bit.
Plus, it's so heavy. So this will go on another project in the future.
So you can see I started low battery. Oops, I better do low power mode. I started putting this ink on. It's just the distress ink with a brush, right? But it wasn't quite dry. So now it actually looks like the bird has feathers. So
oh, that's a happy accident.
I want to let you know, yeah, that if that happens to you, you just kind of roll with it.
Yes, I love it.
So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more, and I will post a picture of this later tonight. And with that picture will be the winners from my little VIP contest I had this morning. And 5 winners are going to get some handmade jewelry from me.
Ooh,
so that's
so
pretty
fun.
I know. Let me take this. I hate that my computer is in that view. I think it's.
Oh, are we on opposite Elizabeth? Oh my goodness. Well,
yeah, we're done. We're going.
Yeah.
We're out of here. So 2 cool projects with the same papers.
How about that?
Yeah. How fun is that?
Love this.
And then we will be on again tomorrow together at the same time.
Yay. And we're not going to tell you ahead of time which one of Mr. T's kits we're doing, but it's going to be fun.
So don't forget to go to JaneBellanteArt.com to sign up for the printables. I have tons of papers, lots of fun transfers. I have cool butterflies, lots of fun stuff to look through. And I also have a couple of $10 courses if you want to learn a little bit more about mixed media. And if you want to learn even more, you got to sign up for the Creatively Curious bundle, the Creatively Curious class bundle. That is a mouthful. Here is the link again. It should post to both pages. And it's only $29 right now. 6 teachers, 6 weeks, 6 mixed media projects. It's going to be so much fun. So anyways, thanks for hanging out today.
This was so much fun, Jane. I thank you for turning me on to some really cool new pieces.
Yeah, how fun. And I can't wait to show you what we're doing tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow at 4 Central. And thank you so much for coming, everyone.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Bye.